Well, hello, folks. Welcome to another video. How you doing, dog? Well, and of course, this one is my, coronavirus update. So it seems that the coronavirus has finally made it to the West. Of course, it's no surprise with South Korea and Japan with their high numbers of infections and dead. What's surprising is, of course, Italy, where they have the highest number of infected and dead. And kind of like I was saying in the other videos, once it comes to the West, let's see how the Western governments, if they're going to decide to be transparent, or they're going to be like the Chinese government. And of course, the question of mask. Of course, Italy is completely out. Over in Asia, for decades now, people have been wearing. They have a bigger supply of masks than the West, at least for civilian use, as opposed to doctors and nurses. Because supposedly the U.S. have something like 30 million masks, but most of those are for hospitals, doctors' offices, and stuff like that usage. I guess I'll say civilian usage. I've noticed from week one, I guess it was the weekend after the reporting of the coronavirus. I went shopping, looking for. Of course, I wasn't going to buy. I was just looking to see if there were any in stock. And as I mentioned in my other videos, that at least in my area, and as it turns out, pretty much all of the U.S., a lot of people are chiming in, saying, yeah, they look for it in the stores in their area, and it's all gone. The N95 masks are all gone from places that I got mine from hardware stores, and Home Depot, Lowe's. I think Walmart sells them too, but those are all gone too. And the flu mask that you get in the what's called that, the one was basically when you get it in the medicine or pharmaceutical section of the store, those are all gone. And as soon as they're restocked, they're like gone. That at least the next day that I go to the store and check while I'm at the store, they're gone. And if there is if and when the U.S. gets hit, and people make a run for masks at the store, there's not going to be enough, because most of the stores have just one little section where there's probably 5 to 10 boxes of the flu mask. That's if people make a run for a flu mask, that is nowhere near going to be enough to supply for people. And of course, if you work in an office, most office are the cubicle style. And in my office, it's when someone's sick and they go into the office, normally not the whole office, but normally the people that's around the sick person, the cubicles that are around the sick person, everyone will get sick. So if you can imagine something as contagious as the coronavirus, it won't just be the people around who's going to get sick. It's going to be literally the whole office is going to get sick. And of course, if you're able to work from home, that would be great. But unlike China, if your office is going to be closed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or going on a month, and of course some offices and businesses in China are reopening, especially those that are further away from Wuhan. But technically, the government there are still telling people, hey, if you don't have to go out, stay home. So if you have enough vacation time, of course, and of course, if you saved it up, especially it's now the beginning of the year, where most of us start off with, because with most company you have to, let's say you have 3 weeks of vacation, you have to actually incur that week, that 1 week, 2 week, or 3 week of vacation. So that what sucks, of course, if you wait till, which is what I do, I normally wait till the holiday season the November, December to try to take vacation off. By then, you should have incurred your 2, 3, or 4 weeks of vacation that your seniority give you. With most companies, it doesn't happen where it flips. Come January 1st, you get your entire 3 weeks of vacation. You actually have to incur that 3 weeks from working throughout the year. But of course, if you wait, with most companies, if you wait until November, December to take your vacation and everything's booked up, the unused vacation week or weeks doesn't roll over, so that kind of sucks. So from experience, you kind of want to use it up before, or at least save 1 week for the November, December holiday season. But if you have 2, 3, or 4 weeks, use it up. Anyway, getting off topic. But yes, but if you have the vacation weeks, the sick time to use, and to use it, because most companies, if you don't work, you don't get paid, and of course in China and even in South Korea, they're asking companies like utilities and stuff to what is that? I guess not charge the customers for last month, because pretty much the China's been pretty much shut down for a whole month. There's a lot of people who haven't worked for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and like I say, if you don't work, you don't get paid, and now you got utility, you got your electrical, water bill coming in, internet bill. Yeah, they pay internet bill too. Yeah, it's communist China, but nothing there is free. It's just like here in the West, you got to pay for all of the amenities that you're gonna need for modern life. None of it's free. So the government there has asked utility companies and stuff to waive. That's it. That's the worst thing. To waive the bill for last month. And yeah, and what I've been told from relatives there is that people are selling fake masks. Since we're on the subject of masks, they're selling fake masks. And I asked, what do you mean by fake mask? They're by fake, I guess the mean it's cheaply made, like it's instead of being 3, 4 layers, it's like a single layer of like tissue paper, and they're weaving it together and selling it to people, and I guess they're telling me that, hey, the government's is cracking down on that too. But yeah, hopefully, and looks like I guess Texas has a few cases too, and yes, it's people who come in from China, and hopefully what's happening, we can learn from what's happening in South Korea and in Italy, and as I've said, and I'll reiterate, is that the mask does help. It's about 70 to 80% effective, along with hand washing. I compare it to like a car seat belt. Like I said, pre-1950s, people didn't think car seat belts saved lives in car crash, and it wasn't until the 1950s that the government actually mandated car manufacturers to include seat belts in their car. And then it was 30 years later. It wasn't until the 80s that the government passed laws that was required by law that you wore a car seat belt. And same thing, a car seat belt is not 100% going to save your ass in a crash, but it's about 70, 80% effective in saving your butt when you're in a car crash. And yes, 70 to 80% is a very high percentage. I'll take 70 to 80% any day. That's a very high percentage. And of course, I think the first week of the coronavirus report from China, I ordered some. Of course, just like everybody, I jumped on Amazon and eBay, ordered some masks. But of course, the problem is they're coming from China, and I don't think I'm going to get the mask. I ordered. I should have that video uploaded too. I ordered the parts for my mouse, my MMO mouse. And that came in, that was supposed to have come in on the 28th, and it came in about 3 days early. I got the part a few days ago. Made the video, and I'll upload that too. And of course the face mask, or the mask, not face mask, but the mask was supposed to come in between February 24th and March 10th. So I'll give it some time. Hopefully it comes in next week. But like I said, normally if I order off of eBay or Amazon, if it's coming from China, it will normally arrive a week early or a few days early. And I've had in very rare cases where it would arrive a week after the window that they say that the part will arrive. So hopefully what I get is the mask that I ordered and not one of those fake. Because the guys in China were like, hey, the mask you order, make sure that you check and double check it that it's not one of the fake masks that a lot of unscrupulous people are selling and or shipping to the U.S. And of course I have a feeling if people do make it run for masks in the U.S., of course we don't have enough now. People are making a run for it now, and like I said, I've checked the stores all over my area, and all the flu masks are gone. All of the N95 industrial masks are gone. Of course, I got like 3 or 4 of the 3M N95 masks, and like I said, I got those during the summertime. Like I said, to use when I was doing I was doing some sanding, and I was also doing I guess my gardening, putting the diatomaceous earth on my bean plants, and it works. The mask worked. I was able to sprinkle that in the garden, not have to worry about any of the diatomaceous earth getting into my lungs. So yes, so the N95 does work. So yeah, that's the update, and we'll see how it goes now that we see what Italy's doing. They got like 11 cities that they have on lockdown right now, where only residents are allowed to go back home, but they're not allowed to leave the city. Of course, if you're a doctor or a nurse going home and to work, they're allowing you to do that. If you're they're allowing in delivery trucks. There was one video of I guess a dad, I guess, delivering a box of cleaning supplies and essentials to, I guess, his daughter in one of the lockdown cities in Italy. So yeah, so now that it's come to the West, let's see how we handle it. And I guess the last statement I'll make is that again, the West, we don't have the mass supplies that Asia has, because again, for decades, Asians, you can go to like a pharmacy in Asia or a retail store in Asia, they'll have like a whole aisle of different types of masks, different designs, different things that deals with mask. Look for yourself when you go to the store. You can go to the flu. That's it. The flu and allergy aisle. That's what I was thinking of. The flu and allergy aisle, and this would be like a one little slot where they got the flu mask. To where in Asia it would be the whole aisle. Will have mask related items. So when it comes to masks, Asia's a little bit more prepared. In the West, as you can see in Italy, all those people making a run for masks, and they're, the pharmacies and the stores were already out, and the same will happen in France, Austria, and all of those countries that are right next to Italy, and the same will happen to the U.S. if there's a mass run. If there's a mass number of people making a run for masks at the store, no, there's not enough at the store. And if you didn't already buy some and have it at home, you're going to be screwed. All right, well, that's it. That's it for this coronavirus update. And I'm hoping that the U.S. doesn't get an outbreak. We already got cases of people who are sick, but hopefully we don't get an outbreak like Italy or South Korea or Japan. Again, in the case of South Korea and Japan, they're right next to China, so that's not a surprise that they have a huge outbreak. They also have a lot more travel between the two countries. Okay, well, thank you guys. And if something comes up that's just haywire or crazy, and I'll probably do another update. And hopefully, the U.S. is pretty big, and hopefully Texas doesn't get affected. Like I said, we got infected people here already, and hopefully they're quarantined. I don't know where those people are. If they're in Dallas or if they're in Houston. Yeah, because Houston. Yeah, I mentioned Houston. Yeah, Houston has a huge Chinese population, and I'm pretty sure somebody from China during the infection has traveled from China to Houston, and it's going to be only be a matter of time before Houston gets find someone infected there, and hopefully it stays in Houston. All right, thank you guys.